Welcome to the 21 Lines of Inquiry podcast that's all about helping you discover your UCW, your unique contribution to the world. Join us as we delve into the 21 questions that will help you be more intentional about bringing your gifts into your career and your life overall. So when you're ready, let's get started. Hi, it's Anita, and in this episode we're going to look at the question, what have other people seen in you? Now, this is a great question to explore when you want to discover your UCW, because it's often easier for others to see gifts and qualities in you than it is for you to see them in yourself. And there are two ways of answering this question. The first is to think back about times in your life when people have actually told you their answer to this question. And the second is to go out now and do some light touch market research. Ask people who you know what they see in you. And I'll address both of these in this episode. So in relation to the first, what have people already told you they see in you? So this might be specific qualities or attributes that other people have seen in you, from the ones that your teachers put in on your school reports to feedback from co-workers or previous managers. Or it might be particular vocational ideas that people have said to you, oh, I could see you as a such and such, or oh, I can't believe you're not a something or other. And I remember getting an interesting insight into how other people saw me vocationally back in 2001 when I left law and went to the US to start a full-time 2-year MBA. And the first week of term was a freshers week, although I have to say it was nothing like any freshers week that I've ever experienced in the UK. Basically, we incoming first years had to spend a week on an outward bound camp run and organised by second year students. And there are around 20 people on each trip. And the one I joined, we went to Hawaii to do voluntary work to build a new home for a gorilla called Coco, who was going to be relocated to Hawaii from California. But the idea was this: over the next week or over that week, you would bond with your new classmates and you were allowed to ask or talk about anything except what you did before you came to business school. And then on the last night, there was a campfire and a grand reveal. Everybody would go around and guess what they thought you did before you then would actually reveal what it was that you actually did. Now, I'm sure this is exactly the kind of social experiment that would be a field day for sociologists or psychologists if they could do it, because when do you ever get a chance to spend a week in the close company of people who know nothing about you professionally and then hear what they guess you do for a living? Now, bear in mind, I had at this point in my career done nothing except the law. I'd studied it at university, studied it at law school, gone to a law firm in London, then one in Hong Kong, and then finally moved to an in-house legal role in a bank. I was 100% law through and through career-wise. And yet not one single person of 20 guessed anything even remote to a lawyer when it came to me. So I thought, isn't that interesting? No one else sees me out of context as a lawyer either. Now, you might be wondering what they did guess. Well, interestingly, most people thought I worked in the media, in advertising or PR, or as a presenter of some kind, something to do with people. So that was very interesting. But another example I can give here is when I was teaching executive coaching at the Academy of Executive Coaching, many of the students who would come to learn coaching were mid-career professionals in various fields. And quite often when they were asked what had brought them to learn coaching, they would reply, well, I've often been told by others that I would make a good coach, so I thought I'd give it a try. But even if people tell you that they can see you as a certain profession or occupation, you may not want to do that particular role, but think, what are the core attributes that are making them say that? So, for example, I've often been told by many people that they think I should be a vicar or go into the ministry. Now, although I do have a strong faith and I have coached many clergy and I'm very happy to support our local cathedral on a voluntary basis, I have absolutely no calling to be ordained. It just wouldn't suit me at all. However, the attributes that I think people are noticing are the ability to have a spiritual perspective on life, to connect with people on this level, and so on. And they're all qualities that I use in my work in the Career Intelligence Academy, helping people to find and connect to their unique calling on something deeper and more meaningful in their lives. So what about you? Take a few minutes now to reflect. What have people told you that they could see you doing? Or what other things have they told you that they see in you? And try to focus here on good things that people have shared, because there are sadly people in all of our lives that aren't always the most supportive when we're shining our light and being our best. Brene Brown calls these people the candle blower outers, which I just think is such a great term. And if you've ever experienced this in your life, you'll know how deflating it can be to interact with such people. So make sure that you focus on people who want you to shine and be at your best. And you may also want to consider asking people who know you well, not the candle blower outers, but others, to offer what do they see in you occupationally? What could they see you doing? And you can ask a range of people and you might get some surprises or some hidden gems. So take some time to reflect on what all of this may be telling you about your UCW, and when you're ready, I'll see you in the next episode.